You know, it's D Capri representing from Brownstone Center in Jamaica, based in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I'm in the house, industry's most wanted. Madina!
Yo, dog, me fi tell a brand new style, yes. Madinum, everything well praised. Right now, brand new hit. Them a wonder where me find it. Me fi tell you some new style, yes. New style. Madinum, thing well praised. Oh, you mean? Right now, brand new hit. Yeah. Them a wonder where me find it. Them flow, you singing up.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, Tampa and we are live. D Capri, where we at?
Industry most wanted.
The big one, not the little one. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me also.
He flew all the way from Jamaica. No, I'm just kidding. Man, give me some love first and foremost. Boom.
Of course.
I'm so glad that you were able to make it here today.
Definitely. My pleasure.
It's a conversation that needs to be had.
Of course.
100%. Go ahead and give us a brief introduction of yourself.
Well, it's D Capri from Brownstone Center in Jamaica, but I'm based in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, representing dancehall and reggae music. Madina!
I love it. I love it. Well, again, thank you for being here today. We definitely got a lot to talk about.
Definitely.
Before we dive in and get into anything else, I just want you to take it back to your roots a little bit. Growing up in Jamaica, man, you know, beautiful. Tell us what it was like for you.
Yeah, it was fun growing up in Orange Hill, Brownstown. You know what I mean? Grew up with all my siblings, parents, family supported. Yeah, it was really cool. Friends. Yeah, community-based.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. You resided there until approximately what age?
Until about 25.
Okay. Yeah. So you spent most of your life there.
Yes, definitely.
Let me ask you this. A lot of people travel to Jamaica, you know, for vacations and things like that. What is one place, if I were to go to Jamaica, because I haven't been, but it's on my bucket list because my business partner's from there.
Yeah.
What's one thing that's an absolutely must do or must visit when going to Jamaica?
Well, you got to visit Sentan,
Okay.
Ocherius. Yes.
Got it. Got it.
Ocherius and Montego Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it because of the people, the scenery, a little bit of both?
Everything. Entertainment, beaches, people, you know what I mean? Because diversity is there also.
Got it.
Yeah.
Understood.
Definitely.
So you've been doing music for a while. So we're going to just dive in on that. You know, growing up in Jamaica, now living in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
How did that cultural shift, because it's very different.
Yeah, very, very different.
How did it influence your sound, if at all, and your creative direction of how you do music?
Well, yeah, it gave me a more like a broader aspect of things. You know what I mean? You see more and you get to do more, so you can sing about more stuff.
Yeah.
And you're doing more stuff. It's like a more wider world, like your vision is more wider.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What was the biggest adjustment moving from Jamaica to Fort Lauderdale? Did you go straight from Jamaica to Fort Lauderdale?
Yes.
Okay. What was the biggest adjustment getting used to moving?
Being more free. It's like I'm not more free here than Jamaica. Jamaica, you can just do anything and whatever at any time, anywhere. Here you have to think about what you're doing and where you're doing it.
That is absolutely facts.
Yeah.
The thing about living here is you have to keep your head on a swivel, and you have to think about every move you make before you make it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can absolutely see. They say it's the land of the free, but I feel like it's like my son, you know, my son's married now, and he and his wife are thinking about starting a family. And I was like, not that I try to discourage him, but I was like, if I was going to start a family at this point in life, I don't know if I'd want to do it here. Just keeping a G. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. What brought you to Fort Lauderdale?
Well, family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved there with family.
How long was your family residing there before you, or did you all move at the same time?
No, they were here before me, like 8 years.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So you've been doing music professionally for around 5 years.
Yeah, professionally.
Prior to that, how long were you dibbling and dabbling with it?
From high school.
Okay.
Because I was in like the sound system. So I used to own my own system. So I used to play in parties.
Got
and
it.
DJs. So that was like...
Okay, turntablist.
Yeah. Yeah, we call it like selector.
Yeah, selector, exactly. Yeah. I actually have a friend of mine, and that he still goes by selector. You know, listen, I know a little bit about them Jamaican roots. You know what I'm saying? No, definitely. That's dope, man. I love it. What was that defining moment for you that you knew that you had to step it up and start taking it professionally? Do you recall what that moment was?
Yes, when we first had a song on the radio in Jamaica, on IRA FM, yeah.
What was the song?
It was called We Are Grooving. That was
How did it go? Give us a little bit of it.
It was a reggae song called We Are Grooving, now grooving to the reggae beat.
Okay.
We are grooving, we grooving, reggae music is so sweet. Yeah, that's the first song we had on the radio.
There's something about island music, whether, you know, and even Afro beats, that is so special. Yeah. Like, I feel like you can never miss. I've never heard, we'll say, a reggae record that was a bad record.
That was a bad one.
I just watched, for the first time last Saturday, I watched the Bob Marley movie. Have you seen it yet?
Yes, I saw the one.
What a great movie. And I feel like the movie could have been 10 hours long and it still would not have captured his entire life, right? Yeah, but of course, they got to sum it up in about 2 hours. But what a great movie. And I'll be honest with you, like, I knew that he passed away from cancer, but I always thought he was a little bit older than he was because he did so much in his short time.
In the short lifespan, yeah.
Having artists like him, do you feel it really opened up the doors for artists like yourself?
Yes, definitely.
How do you feel that kind of opened the road for you to be able to do what you do coming from Jamaica?
Yeah, because people look at reggae music differently now. Like, okay, you got all these great artists coming from Jamaica, so they paved the way for us. You know
Absolutely.
I mean? Definitely.
My very first hosting gig back in Tampa was at a club that used to bring a live reggae band in. Yeah. I used to go there just to hang out because they had live reggae music every Saturday and Sunday. I think it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. And man, I loved it so much. It was so feel good. Like, we would just, and it was on the water, you know, because in Tampa we got the ocean. That's what made me really fall in love with the music industry. Is I started hosting at that venue. That was my first venue. I fell in love with it, most definitely. Have you been able to travel a lot here in the States?
In the States, yeah.
What are some of the places you've been to so far?
Been to New York, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, all those places.
Got you.
Yeah.
Too cold though, right?
Yeah, it's cold. Very cold.
Definitely. You're both a music artist and a producer.
Yes.
How do you balance those two creative roles when you're crafting a song or putting a song together?
Well, depends on the mood, because sometimes I just feel to make beats, and then another time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write songs or record. So it's very easy for me to like, okay, what am I gonna do today?
Got you.
Yeah.
Are you producing most of your own music, or do you work? You do?
Yes, I work with myself on another record called Insane Sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, they do the mixing of the records and everything.
Got you. So they're your personal audio engineer.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Okay.
In-house.
So I'm always intrigued by music producers because, in my mind, I'm like, I don't even know where I'd begin. Where does it start for you personally when you're getting ready to create a new beat? Like, what comes first for you?
Instruments. Yeah, instrumentals. So drums. Okay. Yeah, guitars. Yeah.
Got you.
Keyboards. Yeah. Let's go.
Do you produce for other artists as well?
I used to, but since lately, I've just been focusing on my stuff, my craft.
Got you.
Because it's more like a lot of distraction. It kind of slow you down on your own craft at the same time. So I'm just focusing on me right now.
Understood. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. I do the same thing, and it's not to throw shade at other people. It's like we have to really focus on us first in order for us to be any good for anybody else.
Exactly.
Did you ever have a beat that you created for somebody that you wish you would have kept for yourself? And you don't have to say which beat or who it was.
Yeah, a lot of beats. Because looking back now, it'd be like,
can he get them back?
Yeah, that beat was like, oh, damn, we should have kept that one. Yeah.
Right. And that probably is also part of it too. You're like, shoot, that could have been my platinum hit right there.
Yeah.
How does your music typically come together? Do you sit down and write?
Yes. I write my own music. Yes.
Have you ever written for other artists or just strictly for yourself?
No, when we used to be in the group, yes. I used to write for Scent and Groovers because we both write. Okay. Yeah, but I only write for myself now.
So you were a part of a group?
Yes.
For how long?
It was maybe like 5 years until we separate and go solo.
Got you. Yeah. And this question doesn't mean anything one way or the other, but do you prefer being a solo artist?
Yes and no at the same time. It's like 50-50 because back then it was more like, okay, you ain't got to go all the way 100% with everything. You would have to just focus like on 50 because he's working on the other half.
Got it.
I mean, so yeah. So it's and nay.
Exactly, because sometimes you need that team around you to...
And the vibe, you know what I mean? Sometimes when you're doing something by yourself, it's like, okay, yeah, but when you have somebody else, it's like the vibe is more energetic. It's
absolutely.
Because you got two brains thinking two different things at the same time. It's like when they come together. It's like, boom.
Absolutely. So creating the beats, it's good, like you said, to have that vibe of people. But when you're actually recording your music, do you prefer to be by yourself so you don't have people around you?
I do both of them.
Okay.
Sometimes I record alone. Sometimes we got people.
Got you.
Yeah. Depends on the song. Depends on what type of beat we're using. Yeah, we got instrumentalists there also to play around the track. So yeah, we do it solo and with others.
Got you.
Also, yeah.
Do you record in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes.
Got you.
Definitely. Insane sounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often do you get back home to Jamaica?
I go often.
Often?
Every chance I get.
Yeah, I know that's right. You still got a lot of family there?
Yeah, most of my family is in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I'm going July again.
Oh, okay. Listen, I know that's right. Pack your bags, definitely.
Yeah.
Out of all the beats that you have made for yourself, which one holds the most special place in your heart and why?
It was, I would say, everyday thing.
Tell us about it.
Because that one came from my first time going to South Beach.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got so drunk and tipsy that when I came home, I went to bed and then I couldn't sleep. So I just wake up, I'm going to the studio and just like, okay, let me make a song. And I make that beat. So I just think that all a different part of my heart to be like, that's the South Beach.
It holds a near and dear spot.
Yeah.
There's something about South Beach.
Yeah.
Can get you in a little trouble. Because I'm from Florida, I'm from Tampa, so I've been to, Fort Lauderdale, Miami often.
Yeah.
And I remember one particular trip, me and a bunch of friends, we went to South Beach. Man, we were up all night drinking. We were on the beach. We were here. Man, good memories right there.
It's party central.
It is, absolutely, definitely. So you're in Fort Lauderdale. Do you get back and forth to Miami quite a bit, though, since it's right there?
Yeah. It's like a 30 minutes drive from where I'm at.
It's a stone's throw away.
Yeah.
You've toured in Europe, which is a huge accomplishment. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Tell us what the experience like was, first of all, and then how did it shape your perspective as an artist being able to travel abroad and do music?
The experience was wonderful. It make you see how people react to your music differently from a whole different side of the world.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was a tremendous feeling.
So where all did you get to go when you were in Europe?
London, we're going to Paris, Lille, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That was when you were with the group?
No, that's last month.
Oh, it just happened.
Yeah, I just got back off the tour.
You did tell me that. You did tell me that it was just very recent. Okay. What made you decide to go abroad with it?
Well, we got calls from London and Paris, yeah. So,
congratulations.
Yeah, we went on the radio, did some shows also, yeah.
Big things popping.
Yeah, and we're going back after the summer also. We're going to Geneva, Amsterdam, some more places. Yeah. Man,
that is a blessing because there's a lot of people who never leave their city, let alone their state or country.
True.
Especially to do something that they love, which is music.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, I know music is an absolute passion for you. Do you feel like you're fulfilling your purpose of why you're here through music?
Yes, I think so.
Tell us why.
Because everything is just falling into place. Because sometimes life can just teach you, like, hey, if something is not for you, then there will be signs for you. Like, okay. Because if you keep doing something and then you realize you're not really reaching far, then something you really have to think, like, why are you doing it too? But if it's happening, like, everything is falling into place, then it was meant to be. It's like destiny.
That is a great answer.
Yeah.
Absolute facts. And we have to watch for those signs. Because like you said, sometimes God will throw a sign saying, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. What are you doing?
Yeah. Just like how some people may be like thinking gambling will make them rich. And they spend their whole life trying to gamble to rich, and then you're still being poor. At the end of the day, it's like, it's so much signs show you like, hey, that's not the way you're supposed to even get rich.
Absolutely. That should be a leisurely thing that you do, but not what your income is supposed to be.
Exactly. That's not what you're supposed to be pouring everything into.
And it's crazy because living in Tampa, we had a Hard Rock casino there. And we would sometimes go there after the club because the casino's open 24 hours a day. And we're like, we're not done partying yet. I would never go to gamble because I don't understand it. Glad I don't, because I probably would have lost a ton of money. But you're right. We would be in there for sometimes a few hours, and then people would be sitting at them slot machines and them tables just
for hours.
I'm just like, dang, like, are you trying to win it back? Are you up? What are we doing over here? Smoking their cigarettes and playing slot machines.
For real.
What was the highlight moment of this tour?
In London. Yeah, all the people received everything.
Man.
Yeah, it was really amazing.
It's kind of similar to the Bob Marley journey because he toured abroad too.
Yeah, he was in Europe a lot.
Yeah, and it's beautiful because I feel like your style of music is received everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. That's what I'm realizing. Like, because right now, even in Ghana, I have a track called Come Now that's blowing up in Ghana right now.
That is amazing.
Too. Yeah.
It's feel good.
Yeah, it's like feel good moments.
Was this your first official tour?
Yes.
So going through this tour is probably a learning process because it's your first time doing it.
Yeah, it's a learning process too. Culture shock too.
Culture shock, learning process, being on the road,
exactly.
Probably being up late hours, moving around.
Moving around, it's like, wow.
It's a lot.
Always on the road.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
If you decide to tour again, which I'm sure you will, you already got some stuff in the works. What do you feel like going into it that you may do a little differently this time?
Moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like crazy. Moving around I would move more privately.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense, 100%. Yeah. So your current single is called New Style.
Yeah, New Style.
It's out now. Mm-hmm. For people who haven't had the opportunity to hear it, it's on all digital platforms. They can go check it out. What's the vibe that you want them to catch from this particular song when they listen to it?
It's an energetic style, you know what I mean? And it's fresh flavor. Yeah, new flows, new melodies. Yeah.
All produced by you?
All produced by me.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
He said, I did the production, but you got a phenomenal engineering team.
Yeah, but it was mixed by Insane Sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't leave them on. And it was shot by Romain Bro, the video.
The video.
Yeah.
How long has the visual been out?
It's been like a month now.
Okay.
Yeah, almost a month.
Do you feel like this is one of your songs that's really resonating with people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's got this energy of like dancehall crossover trap. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a trap dancehall.
And is that typically when you're putting and constructing and crafting a song, is that what you keep in mind? Like for this particular song, I got this theme that I want to project to the world?
Yes. New style. Every time I'm crafting a song, I'm thinking about like, I'm going to bring it across.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's what people are going to really gravitate to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's been the most rewarding part about shooting professional videos? Because, you shoot very professional, top tier music videos.
Quality.
With the quality's there. What's the most rewarding part about that?
Getting the quality to the perfection because you're competing.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're getting it to that level where if it goes anywhere, somebody can say, yes, I like that. So that's what I like about shooting the professional way.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it could end up on BET Jams or one of these major MTV, one of these major platforms. Do you typically, when you're getting ready to put a visual together, do you yourself come up with the treatment and the concept of what you want to do, or do you have people
and the videographer, we both we both pulled the script together and like, okay, this is what I'm thinking, and I put it to him and he's like, okay, yeah, but this is what I'm thinking. Then we put both plans together. Got you. Make it happen.
Do you have a particular videographer that you work with, like you do, like you have a particular engineer you work with?
Yes, DOM, but I still have freelancers also.
Sure.
Yeah, that we put in the picture at the same time.
I think that's important when you are putting a visual together. Not to say you couldn't work with just one videographer, but like you said, if you got freelancers and people getting different perspective, different scenes you can add in there, because it could bring a new, fresh feel to it.
Exactly. Different ideas.
Absolutely. Yeah. Have you filmed some videos on the beach yet?
Yes. I have a lot of videos in Miami. I have videos in New York. I have videos in London coming out at the end of this month. Yeah. I shot 2 brand new videos in London.
That is amazing. Yeah. You got to. While you're over there, you have to shoot videos.
So those videos coming out at this month end,
That is amazing. Yeah. How many videos have you filmed in Jamaica?
A lot. Most of my videos.
Yeah, exactly. When you go back, you said you're going back in July?
In July.
You filming another video while you're there?
While I'm there.
He said, you know it, I'm working.
In my community, Orange Hill, big up.
Absolutely. So New Drip was your most recent project, right?
That's my new EP.
For people who haven't heard it, whether it's your fan base, your friends, your families, I'm sure your friends and family have heard it, but like we'll say your fan base and new people that you meet, as a whole, what do you want them to get from this project when they listen to it? What do you want them to feel?
Just feel the energy and the vibe, the realness of the music, because a lot of music nowadays is just like lyrics and on the beat, but there's no feeling behind it too, you know what I mean? So this EP, you're going to feel it, like real music.
Yeah. Yep. Any artist that's in your position, whether they're from Jamaica, but they're an independent artist, and they're getting ready to work on their first project, because you've done this and got more on the way. What advice would you offer them when constructing a full project versus a single?
Well, you have to think about the type of tracks you're making and your audience at the same time. It's not just making a song or just making an album. You have to think about where you're trying to make this go. You know what I mean? The type of people you want to connect with. That's what you got to think about.
That is facts. Absolutely. You got to have some structure behind it.
Behind it. Exactly.
Who am I targeting with this? What do I want my audience to look like?
Exactly.
And it could go as deep as thinking about, at some point in time, I may be performing this album on tour.
Exactly.
Where am I going to want to go perform this?
Yes.
Boom.
We're going to connect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It can get very, very deep.
Yeah.
Who taught you the roots of, what you do in this music industry? Like, the construction of the music and the business side. Was that self-taught?
Yeah, it's all self-made. Yeah, it's all self-taught.
So it was.
Learn it.
Yeah, listen. Learning this business is one of the most important things.
Gotta learn the biz. Yeah.
So I know you were a part of a group. Did you have family members that you did music with at any point in time?
Yes. It was my cousin back in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's still there?
Yes, he's still in Jamaica.
Got it. Most definitely. So you also, you run an HVAC business.
Yeah.
What made you get into that field?
Well, I was an HVAC tech first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
But going back, is that something popular to do where you're from?
That's in Florida. So it was my girl be like, okay, that would be a good business here in Florida, because Florida is always warm.
She's not lying.
Yeah.
If I'm from Florida, and if I don't have my AC, I'm cranky.
Everybody's like crying.
That's an emergency situation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If it's 95 degrees outside and the air goes out, that's an emergency.
Yeah, you're gonna call.
Listen, absolutely. So no, that was a great piece of advice.
Yeah.
How do you manage the grind between having this business and running this business, and also still be able to tour and pursue music?
Well, we schedule everything. Music schedule, business schedule, everything's on time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're very calculated.
Yeah. Time and place for everything.
You have to. Do you feel like you are able to dedicate as many hours to your music as you do your other business?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I make time for my music and I make time for the business.
People make time for what's important to them.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you want to see something prosper, you're going to put in the time, whether it's school, work, anything.
How often are you recording new music?
Like every other day.
Wow.
Because I have my own studio, so I can just go turn the microphone on anytime.
That is probably one of the most important things that I think an artist can invest in.
Yeah.
Even if you have to turn a section of your bedroom or something into a small studio, you can get a nice studio setup without breaking the bank and spending a ton of money. How long have you had your own setup?
For about like 5 years.
How has that changed how and when you record having your own setup?
Because it's like a lab, so I can research anytime and every time. I can record one song even 10 times just to make it sound perfect.
Yes.
More than going to a studio when you only got 2 hours to make it right. When you got your own studio, you can always go back to the drawing board at any time.
Yes.
Fix whatever at any time. So that's where perfection try to create.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because you don't feel rushed.
Exactly. You're doing it on your own time.
Yes. Yeah. You could wake up at 3 a.m. and have something on your heart and boom, like you said, go fire the mic up and start recording.
Yeah.
That's probably too where some of your best music comes from.
That's where inspiration comes in. You can go lay down at the same time. Because if you don't have a studio, then you get the inspiration at home. You're going to have to wait until you go to the studio. You can't just go in the box and be like, okay, right here, right now.
Absolutely. And whatever you're feeling in that moment, whatever you're inspired by, it's going to be gone tomorrow. Yeah. It's not the same feeling. And trying to recreate that, it's not going to be the same.
Exactly.
Where do you typically draw your inspiration from for your music?
Just everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I keep my music as real as possible. So it's just like life itself.
Gotcha.
So when you listen to my track, it's like you can easily connect yourself with it because it's already real.
Yeah.
It's life itself.
Have you thought about tapping outside of your specific genre and maybe tapping in with other genres of music, whether you're collaborating?
Yeah, because I still do Afro beats. Yeah, I still record on hip hop beats. Yeah, so yeah, of course.
Got you.
I would.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you keep it true to your roots. Throughout your music.
Yes, throughout my own.
So important.
Important, because that's who you are. You cannot lose that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How has entrepreneurship influenced how you move in the music industry? Like, does that play a role?
Yes, because it got to be professional. Professionalism. It teach you that.
Let's
you value people and your time. You value people.
Let's talk about that a little bit. I love that subject because I feel like there's a big lack of that in the music industry. Yeah. Carrying yourself with this level of professionalism and things like that. How important is that to you in what you're doing in your music?
Very important, because people look at you like, okay, look at you for who you are.
Right.
Yeah, and then they value you. Because then if you're not professional at what you do, then it's like, okay, we cannot work with this guy.
Yes.
Because people come in with their brand and company to attach themselves to you. So you have to be professional, because that's business at the end of the day.
That is facts. Yeah. Like my OG, my business partners told me early on, he said, you can't associate everybody with your brand because one wrong move they make could tear your brand down. Yeah. So we have to be mindful. Yeah. You work hard to build your name and your brand. Your brands. Absolutely. Yeah. Are there other business ventures that you want to get involved in at some point in time that you don't mind discussing?
Maybe later on. Maybe more studio, maybe invest in label.
Okay. Oh, okay. So signing yourself.
Yeah, and signing
other artists. Yeah, because you've been doing this for a while now, and it sounds like you have a really good grasp of how this business works.
Yeah, definitely.
You could put other artists in a position to win.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. You had mentioned some new visuals on the way.
Yes.
Can you kind of give us a little teaser or idea of what we can anticipate, what's coming?
Yeah, there's a track called England, and that's coming this month. And so, and you got Style Like These that been shot in London also.
Man.
Yeah, got some new stuff on the way.
They just got to wait to see it, though.
Definitely.
They're releasing in April?
In
May?
The beginning of May.
Okay.
Yeah.
So within the next couple of weeks?
Couple of weeks, exactly. 3 weeks.
So y'all ain't got to wait too long.
Yeah.
What is the name of your YouTube channel?
D Capri Vivo.
D Capri Vivo.
Vivo, yeah.
Is D Capri your government name, your real name?
No, that's my stage name.
Where did it come from?
That name was given to me by a girl in Ocheries. Because I used the name Survivor. So I gave her my first mixtape. And she listened, and then she came back and be like, you're bad, but I don't like your name. You should name D Capri. And I was like, yeah, right. I want to name D Capri. So one day I was writing a song, and then I just write D Capri in the lyrics. And I just sing it. And she'd be like, D Capri sound good in the songs. I'm just like, all right, I'm D Capri.
It's stuck. It's stuck. She's from Jamaica. She's from Jamaica.
Yeah,
she knew. She knew I was right. What was the previous name?
Survivor. I guess I was just surviving at the time.
D Capri is probably easier for you to brand.
Yeah, I guess it's catchy too.
It is catchy.
Yeah.
It is very, very catchy. Absolutely.
Everybody like it, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work with it.
Through your music, what message do you want people to get from your story? I'm talking from Jamaica to the whole world.
It's just like positiveness, you know what I mean? Believe in yourself at the same time and persevere in your dreams and see what you can become of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's already real. So you just got to work on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you feel like through your journey has been the biggest obstacle that you've had to overcome?
Getting out there in different avenues.
Yeah.
Because there's like so much people out there to work with, but it's just like who you really real. Because a lot of people say, yeah, we can do this and do that, and then they still don't do anything. So it's like getting out there is the hardest part.
That is facts.
And connected with the real people. Because you can find people, but how many people are real?
There's a lot of scammers out there selling artists' dreams. Oh, send me $1,000, and then boom, you send it and you never hear from them again.
They don't do nothing.
It's so frustrating. And it really bothers me because everybody works hard for their money.
Yeah, definitely.
They work hard for their money. Let me ask you this, again, throughout your journey, what do you feel like has been one of the biggest sacrifices that you've had to make in order to pursue your music career?
Invest in myself.
Break that down for us.
Yeah, because I have to still think about my life itself.
Yes.
Family itself, but still invest in yourself at the same time. So it's like that sacrifice you make.
It is, because it could pull away from money that could be for your family.
Exactly. So you still got to balance and know what you're doing.
Yeah. What about time? Has time been a sacrifice for you as well?
No, because I always have time, because I make time for everything.
Okay.
I'm right here right now.
Let's talk about this It sounds like you have impeccable time management.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't.
Mm-hmm.
For people who are having a difficult time balancing work-life balance, what's the secret?
You have to just believe in what you're doing, because that's how you're going to make the time, because you already believe. Because you already can, if you believe, like, you already see the finish line. It's like a race. If you can see yourself crossing the finish line, then you have to get in the starting block. And that's where you're going to make the time to go in the starting block to go in the race. So you have to see that before.
Man,
yeah,
that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Because we all have the same 24 hours in a day.
So it's just all being serious to go make the time to go do what you want to do.
I feel like that comes with people who have a lot of ambition, because sadly there are people out here who have no ambition. They're okay with sitting on the couch eating potato chips all day.
True.
Like you, I'm sure you do as well. I'll beat myself up if I'm not productive.
Yeah.
I've got to be doing something.
Exactly.
Even if it's going for a walk, just getting up and moving, because we got to take care of our bodies too.
Make time. Even just to work on yourself, you got to do something at the end of the day to better yourself.
Absolutely.
So you got to keep working.
We're always a work in progress. Yeah. So while we're on that subject, I'm going to ask you, what do you feel like is something right now that you could work on a little bit more within yourself, whether it's just in personal or business?
Being in more places. I could be in more places.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like you've been moving though. You're working towards it.
Yeah, I'm working, but I could. You know what I mean? Because a lot of time I could get a lot more done too.
Got you.
But you still procrastinate at the end of the day and be like, all right, I already did that and that. So it's like, all right.
What else do you have going on while you're visiting out here in the Atlanta area?
Only this I'm having right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm so glad that we were able to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Love these type of conversations. Yeah. Absolutely. If someone is just discovering who you are through this interview, we'll say, right? What's the first song or video that you want them to go check out from you to really kind of get a good idea of who you are?
D Capri, Heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why that song in particular?
Because that song is like an energetic song where it's been shot in Jamaica, and it's about just living your life free.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it really defines who you are as an artist.
Yes, as who is D Capri. Yes.
So let's talk about that. Who is D Capri? What is D Capri, the music artist? What does that mean to you? Who is that to you?
D Capri is just this humble person. I mean, yeah, hardworking, ambitious. That's D Capri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that the most rewarding part of being D Capri? Actually, I'm going to let you answer that. I'm not going to answer for you. What is the most rewarding part of you being who you are?
Seeing how people love your music and love who you are. Yeah. How people accept you.
Do you have a moment in time where maybe you did a performance or something that it just sticks with you? Like, I be seeing artists performing and there's people in the audience crying because they felt it. Do you have a moment that you've had like that so far?
Yeah, recording in studio and people came and never even heard of you. And seeing your record and hearing you, they can be like, he's going to be big.
Man.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
That's got to feel good.
Yeah, those moments are like, you can tell they're really like seeing what you're seeing or feeling what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that you said you're focused on you right now, which makes perfect sense, as you should be. However, if the right situation presented itself to you, are you open to collaborating with another artist?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always open to that.
What qualities do you seek in other talents to say, this is somebody I want to work with?
Well, you have to be serious about your craft, yeah. A lot of people say, yeah, we're doing this, but they're not even serious about it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You tell them show up and they not even show up, or if they show up, it's like 20 minutes later from when you tell them to show up, or an hour.
All that matters.
Yes.
It's that level of professionalism.
Exactly. Come back to professionalism.
It will separate the people who are serious from the ones who are not serious.
Exactly.
Because I feel like, I say this to myself all the time, when I come here, I never want my guests to arrive before me because to me it's unprofessional.
Yeah,
I don't want my people sitting outside saying, well, dang, where's she at?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm 5 minutes late.
Exactly.
I get here 30, 40 minutes early on purpose because what if my guest decides to show up 20 minutes early? I want to be here set up and ready to go. It's important to me.
Exactly.
It's no different than when you work with somebody. They got to be on point, got to be on time, and they got to be wanting to market the end product as well.
Exactly.
Definitely. Have you ain't got to say who, but have you had some experiences, a little rough?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Definitely.
Where you're at right now in your music career, right? In 2025, April of 2025, what does, at this very moment, what does success look like to you right now? And it could change later on.
It's looking good. Inevitable right now.
But what is it? What is, like, define what you feel like success is for you?
Is seeing the world and see how the world receive your music. Yes, that's success to me because knowing where you started from. Because I started where nobody even knew me.
Yeah, exactly.
To places where people not even speak my language, know my songs.
What is the population in your city?
Maybe in a couple thousand.
So you came from a city, couple thousand people to now
it's a small community. Yeah.
That is success.
Yeah. So
because you've been traveling the world.
Yeah, coming from nothing and then traveling the world, it's like, it's really a feel-good moment.
Listen, I'm excited for you.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're about to get back out and travel again soon.
Yeah. So it's,
Tell us, I see you said earlier, what are the places you're traveling
Amsterdam, we're going back to Paris and Lille, we're going to Geneva. Also, and we may end up back in London also.
That is amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing.
July in Jamaica. Yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah. And when I go back in Miami, I have some stuff going on in Miami and Fort Lauderdale as well.
Got you.
Yeah.
Do you have any big goals that you're currently manifesting?
Yes.
Tell us about them.
My record label. Yes. That's one of my biggest goals.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I want to get some artists signed that's from my community as well. Yeah. So they can see the world. Yeah. See a bigger picture and just not what they're known. You know what I mean? Because life and the world is bigger than what some of them know in my community. Yeah.
You're already laying the blueprint for that because you're doing it yourself.
Exactly. So this proved to them that it's possible.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What is going to be the mission, we'll say, behind the label? Like, what do you want to represent it as to the world? To the world,
I want to represent, like, positiveness,
you
know what I mean, from nothing to something, like, from the underdogs to on top. Yes.
You don't have to tell us yet, but do you have a name in mind?
Yes, I have a name.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put it on the air right now.
No, because you got to get all the paperwork done from it. You don't want someone stealing your idea.
Off with it. Exactly.
That's why I said you ain't got to tell us yet, because weirdos will do stuff like that.
They're going to run off with stuff.
Okay. So let me ask you this. You don't have to tell us the name, but the name itself, it stands for what you believe in and
yes.
Who you are as a man in the world?
Definitely. And you're going to be a part of, like, my family.
Yeah.
Also going to understand why it's called that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So family means a lot to you.
Exactly.
Being that you have family, you have your music career, you have your business, what is the legacy that you look forward to leaving through your music career and just, your businesses?
Well, a big catalog for the family that can, even like, you see Bob Marley Pius and gone, they still have to be talking about him till they're making songs and movies about him.
Yes.
Legacy like that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you're currently working on or coming down the pipeline that we didn't talk about that people need to know about?
Yes, I'm working on my album too. I'm finishing up my album called Evie. So look out for that also.
Okay.
Yes.
What does that mean? You said Evie?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Heavy mean like weight.
Oh, heavy.
Heavy, yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
I thought you said Evie.
Yeah, heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah.
It's that Jamaican accent.
Yeah, heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. Okay, I got you.
I have a track called Heavy that I just told you about.
Exactly.
Yes. So that album is like, boom, tons coming down on you.
So the track that you want people to go learn about you is the heavy track, and then you've got a spin-off of it with an album. When can we anticipate the album?
I think in September. Yes, because I leave November for Europe. So yeah, we're dropping that before we go to Europe.
Where are you at in the stages of creating the album?
We're in the recording stage right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we get to the mixing. Yeah.
Is this album intentional? And what I mean by that, the songs that you're creating for it, were they intentionally created for this heavy album?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a
hard-hitting tracks.
very intentional project.
Yes.
Do you know about how many songs it's going to be?
It's going to be like 15 tracks.
Okay, nice project.
Yeah, big project.
Big project.
Yeah.
And there's going to be like a lot of visuals for it.
Exactly. A lot of visuals.
So we got the album Heavy on the way. We can anticipate it around September.
Yes.
Are you going to release maybe one or two of the tracks from it ahead of time?
Yes. And videos also.
And videos to kind of build the anticipation.
Exactly.
That's important.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. So we got Heavy on the way. Anything else that we need to know about from you?
Music videos coming also. We got new videos coming.
Yes, you said in the next couple weeks.
Yes.
That you shot in London.
Yes. We got England dropping in a couple of weeks. We got Style Like These. We got Tick Ties. We have a lot of videos coming.
Man, I can't wait to see those. I know those are going to be beautiful.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
100%. For anybody out there that, you know, again, is just getting to know you for the first time, what's a message that you want to give them from who you are?
D Capri is just the real dancehall, authentic person. You know what I mean? Check me out on Instagram, DeCapri_official, or YouTube, D Capri Vivo, and learn about me. You can Google me also.
He's Googleable.
Yeah.
Do you have your own website yet?
Not yet.
Put that on the bucket list.
Yeah, we're working on that. Yeah, we're working on that, like an electronic EPK also.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Listen, sounds like you and your team are covering all the bases.
Yeah, we kind of like setting up the marketing right.
Especially because you like a whole traveling superstar now. You need that, you know, because people will be like, hey, send me your EPK or what's your website?
Exactly. So
that's beautiful.
Exactly. Getting everything right.
Absolutely. So you gave your Instagram and your YouTube, but there are other social platforms like TikTok and stuff that you're on as well?
Yes, I'm TikTok, Facebook, D Capri.
Everything D Capri.
Everything, Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere.
Come see about him. Google him.
Yeah, once you put in D Capri, DECAPRI, you're going to find me.
Absolutely, 100%. I know you have a lot of people. You've mentioned family. Family's very important to you. Your girl, everybody that's around you. Who do you want to give thanks to for just loving on you and supporting you through your journey?
Insane Sounds. Yeah. And you got MediaNet in UK. Yeah, those people.
Yes.
And my family for sure. Friends, yeah.
And like you said, Insane Sounds, the one getting your sound right.
Yeah, they get the sound right.
Teamwork.
Exactly.
You need each other.
Exactly.
Make the dream work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I got one last question for you, D Capri. Where are we at?
Industry
most wanted.
The big one. Hey. What makes you the industry's most wanted?
Because I'm dominating the game right now. So industry most wanted. Mad.
Period. Listen, it was such a pleasure to have you here. I love your energy. You have beautiful energy. And it's funny because some of the things that how you expressed it just reminds me so much of my business partner. Like I said, he's from Jamaica. Yeah, I love it. I love the vibe. I love the energy. Definitely wish you nothing but beautiful success through everything that you do.
Of course.
I'm going to make sure I stay in tune.
Definitely.
Visuals on the way, album on the way, all that good stuff. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you also.
Absolutely. We out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Looks like we dog. Make money full of girls smoke weed dog. Me fi tell a brand new style yes. Madden everything well craze. Right now, brand new.